Hi everyone! So glad you could join me today. My name is Janine Friesen. I'm from Steinbach, Manitoba, and this week I am making an entree for the Real Women of Philadelphia contest. This week I am going to be making a turkey meatloaf that has a nice little surprise in the middle. I think you'll like it. Stick with me. So we'll get started. In the bowl I have 1 1/4 pound of ground turkey meat. It's all ready to go. And to this I'm going to add 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. Mine are gluten-free breadcrumbs, celiac disease, so I have to eat gluten-free. But if you don't have to, don't worry about the gluten-free. Just do 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. I have about 1/4 cup of chopped celery. I have 1/3 cup of milk. And I have a mixture in this bowl. I have a tablespoon of fresh parsley, a rounded 1/4 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. You do not want too much because it is fairly strong. And I have a teaspoon of onion powder. So we'll put that in there. And then I also have 1 egg. Just a binder for the whole thing. Poultry seasoning is what's used in stuffing. So the smell now is very reminiscent of Christmas and Thanksgiving. We're just going to stir this all together just to get it all nice and mixed. You can do this in your stand mixer if you'd like, but mixing up meat is pretty easy to do with the good old wooden spoon as well. We're going to add some salt and pepper as well. Season it a little bit. So now that our turkey is all mixed in with all the add-ins, we are going to make a nice little surprise to go in our turkey meatloaf. In here we have 3 tablespoons of Philadelphia cream cheese, the light variety. You can use any variety you want. I've just chosen to use the light today. It's been softened in the microwave a little bit, so it's really easy to mix. We're going to add in about 3 teaspoons of really finely chopped dried cranberries. Oh, now you're going, ooh. And I also very excited, went to the backyard and got chives for the first time this year. Fresh chives from the backyard. I had to give my son very clear instructions that he is to leave Mom's chives alone because he's 5 years old and he loves to eat chives. I don't know what it is about it. Some kids go for the strawberry plant, he goes for the chive plant, and he will eat. And if you've never smelled a 5-year-old that eats a lot of fresh chives, you should sometime. But I got some fresh chives from the backyard. I'm going to mix those in with the cream cheese and the dried cranberries. And this is going to go in the middle of our meatloaf. It's going to be a nice little surprise in the middle of the meatloaf. So mix that all together. There we go. Beautiful, isn't it? So when I make meatloaf, anytime that I make meatloaf in ramekins or in muffin tins if you have. We don't do a loaf of meatloaf. We always do individual serving sizes. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a layer of our meatloaf down, our meatloaf mixture down, and then we're going to put some of this filling in and then top it with the rest of the meatloaf. I've got 4 ramekins and I've greased them a little bit. I've used a little bit of oil. So we're going to put some down in the bottom and just spread it around. So now that we have the bottom covered with meatloaf, we're going to take some of the mixture here, the cream cheese mixture. We're going to take this mixture and divide it between the 4 meatloaves. Just push it down right in the middle of the meatloaf. There's a nice little surprise inside each meatloaf. to wash up, then I'll meet you back here. Hey, welcome back. I'm just going to top up these meatloaves now. Spread it around. There you go. That quick, and we have our meatloaf together. They're in the ramekins. They have the cream cheese with the flavorings hidden in the middle. I like to bake my ramekins on a baking sheet just because then you only have to go in and out of the oven once instead of 4 times. But we're not done yet. When I make my regular meatloaf, I top it with a mixture of ketchup, mustard, and brown sugar, and my husband loves it. He loves it, and he has never liked meatloaf. So this one, I cannot leave the top bare. I've decided to top it with some whole berry cranberry sauce. This stuff's just bought, but you could use homemade just as easily. We're just going to divide it between the 4. And spread that around. What a fantastic way to serve turkey, huh? So I have my oven preheated at 350 degrees. I'm going to put my meatloaf in there and I'm going to bake them for 25 to 30 minutes. You want to check them because it's turkey, you don't want it to dry out. And if you bake it for too long, it will dry out. So I will put these in here and I'll meet you guys back here once the baking's done. Hey everyone, welcome back. As you can see, our turkey meatloaves are out of the oven. I took and removed them from the ramekins, and the cranberry sauce, although it kept the turkey moist while it was cooking, did not quite stick on. It got a little bit mixed in with some of the renderings from the turkey. So there wasn't a whole lot, so I heated up a little bit more sauce and just served it on top and topped it with a garnish of fresh chives. And I think it's an awesome dish. I can't wait for supper now. All right, I know this is going to be a hit. Take a look at this. You cut it open, and inside you have that great cream cheese mixture with the cranberries and the chives. Can't wait to taste this. Supper's going to be good tonight. Mmm. Oh, that tastes fantastic. It's like having your turkey, your stuffing, and your cranberry sauce all in one with a really nice creaminess in the middle. That is really, really good. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks for joining me on this Philly adventure that we're all on. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.